in line with consensus, expecting a status quo in policy on 4th of June with an accommodative stance and a dovish guidance. So we're expecting RBI to, in fact, RBI-led Monetary Policy Committee to revise lower their FY22 GDP projection from 10.5% currently. In the annual report itself, the RBI has highlighted rising downside risk to their forecast because of the economic impact of the second wave, with the peak impact seen during April to June and probably even spilling over to July. So in this framework, yes, downside risks to the 10.5% growth forecast, our projection is 8.5%. On inflation, actually, they revised their forecast upward in the month of April itself. So it's at 5% for FY22. Our forecast baseline is 4.9%. Completely agree there are risks to the upside because of rising commodity prices leading to higher input costs, supply disruptions leading to higher costs for corporates and also especially in the food markets. So in this framework, unless the government sharply cuts excise duties for retail fuel prices, we are expecting, we are also talking about upside risk to the 4.9% focus. But as of now, it seems the RBI may wish to assess the inflation risks and keep forecast of 5% for FY22 unchanged. So what we're expecting is not a fresh announcement, but another tranche of the Government Security Acquisition Program. That's the GSAP program. It can be labeled GSAP 2.0, where they may announce the next tranche of GSAP for the next quarter. That's from July to September. And also, of course, provide some details for the June GSAP tranche, which is another 40,000 crores pending. So yes, on liquidity management, while no fresh announcements, but maybe GSAP 2.0 coming up, which is a tranche for the next quarter, and detailing on the June tranche as well. This is what we are expecting. Apart from this, not for liquidity management, but as they did on the 5th of May, some liquidity facilities for stress sectors that may be announced. Thanks. So, if you see the third question on liquidity management, I talked about GSAP. This is Government Security Acquisition Program, and they may come up with the second tranche 2.0 for July to September quarter. And yes, we are expecting. In fact, we are also expecting a formal announcement of another 40,000 crores pending for GSAP in the month of June, so as to make the total for the April to June quarter as promised at 1 lakh crore as well. So yes, we are expecting GSAP announcements in this policy. This becomes especially important to assuage market concerns about rising supply pressures because of the question that you asked about GST compensation cess leading to additional borrowing pressure of 1.58 lakh crores, which further increases the excess supply gap in the government bond markets. So RBI's GSAP announcements will help for assuage market concerns about excess supply and will also will be crucial to put a lid on bond yields. So overall, we are expecting RBI to come up with GSAP announcements. See, frankly speaking, in this overall framework, what we are looking at is a status quo policy, accommodative stance, no time-bound guidance provided. So time-bound guidance was taken away last time. it may be a non-event policy per se, because outside key rate indicators that the MPC looks at, there may be some other announcements like liquidity facilities for stress sectors that may become more relevant. But purely from markets perspective, yes, the GSAP announcement is likely, if it happens, the tranche 2.0 is likely to be positive. The only point we are making over here is that with the growth inflation mix that we are in, growth weakening has led to a rally in bond markets, plus RBI's policy support measures. Another tranche announcement is likely to lead to further rally in bond markets. But we still want to maintain a neutral stance on Indian government bonds given rising supply pressures. So, which is why we continue to maintain our call of calibrated rise in bond yields over the course of the year. Thanks.